There we go. What's up, Typical? What's up, Boogeyman Ben? I was just talking to you. I'm at my Airbnb right now. Dude! Yep. I'm down here checking out the Halloween 3 locations. So far, I only checked out because it took me like 7 hours. It took me actually over 7 hours. But basically, 7 hours to get down here. It's great to see you too, Tony. What's up, okay? Enrico? But yeah, it took me 7 hours to get down here. And so now I'm just exhausted. So I went to the Silver Shamrock Factory, shot a little bit of video there, got my little sliver of brick, which I posted up on the community page and on Twitter. So definitely follow me on Twitter or check out the community page. But man, that building is really falling apart. Boogeyman Ben was right. He did a whole video on it. So definitely go over to the Boogeyman Ben channel because he goes much more in depth on like the building and its condition. And but he's gone to a bunch of locations. Like tomorrow I'm gonna go to the Salem's Lot location, filming location. And Boogeyman Ben's the one that's helped me find out where the locations are and stuff. But yeah, so since I'm running around Northern California in the Eureka, California area near Lost Coast, and but yeah, since I'm out here, I couldn't do movie night, so I figured I'd go live and just hang out with you guys for a little while, let you guys know where I'm at, what I'm doing, what's happening so far. What are you guys up to? What's up, Rachel from Australia? That needs to be the next place I go. Is Australia. You got a place for me to stay, Rachel? You gonna feed me? I'll sleep on your couch. Yeah, I live in Sacramento too, Rico. So I just drove down here. Normally, it should only take about 5.5, maybe 6 hours, but there was so much road construction, and then there were these two trucks, like, or there was this big ass truck and then a trailer, and he was trying to climb up some mountain or something, and he was literally the trailer and the truck, like brand new, super nice, flipped over, like bright yellow shit, flipped over on top of in the middle of the fucking road, in the middle of the highway. And so there was like cops everywhere. So we had to detour around it. And it was a fucking nightmare. It took forever. So I'm guessing it's pretty hard to hear me and it's probably pretty choppy. Like I think I'm using the Wi-Fi here, so hopefully it's not too bad. Yeah, can you guys hear me and see me okay? Yeah, the highway work was, the big part of it, but what made it worse was the accidents and like idiots like that. But then they were cutting down trees, like, and I swear to you, every like couple miles, once I got about the halfway mark, every few miles there was another detour or another slowdown for something. It was so crazy. And then I didn't think about the fact that I wouldn't have cell reception. So I like didn't have anything to listen to. I'm like, damn it, I didn't download anything. Luckily, I remembered that I downloaded a few things on my Spotify, like podcasts, so I was able to listen to those. But I had like an hour of listening. Like I swear, every radio station up here that comes in is just religious stuff. All right, good. Yeah, I'm using the house Wi-Fi here. I just wasn't sure, how well it would work. What's up, Mark? Yeah, I'm good with it. I just don't know if you should be doing it in the middle of the day, like when the most traffic. Yeah, it is. It's just a total mess. So, I mean, I get it. Still, though, I did not expect it to take me over 7 hours to get up here. So it was definitely pretty tiring. I mean, it was basically equivalent to driving to LA. But got a nice pirate hammock for you to hell yeah. Man, I might have to take you up on that hammock one of these days, lady. I've always wanted to go to Australia. When I was a kid, my family had some friends that lived in Australia, Melbourne. And like we lost touch with them, but I always was envious. Why is this not being shared? I've never had this low of where is everybody? Oh, what's up, YouTube name? YouTube meme or eam? Just saying hello and yeah. Why isn't this working, dude? None of this stuff is working right. Why isn't it working right? It should be highlighting and bringing up the lives. Okay, when you answered, is the eye patch real or an effect? Are you guys still there? There we go. Yes, my eye patch is 100% real. See? Uh, but my eye underneath, if you look, it just looks off in the other direction and it doesn't have any sight other than just really blurry colors. And so it gives me headaches. But it looks way the hell over here. Like, try to look as straight as I can at the camera. But yeah, see how far over the other, and it hurts like hell when I do that. But you see how far over that direction it looks? And so that's why I wear the eye patch. The light gives me headaches when I have that eye open, and having the patch on it is just one extra cover and keeping the dark. So, but thank you so much for your donation. That helps me out a ton. I'm on this trip and I am stressing out about money on this trip. A few of you guys have, a number of you guys have helped me do this. This is why I'm able to do this, because you guys have donated so I could do this. But I'm still stressing out about money. So every penny you donate like that just makes me feel a little more at ease, knowing that I'll be able to keep the lights on. Okay, that's cool. So you're in Melbourne. Nice. One of these days, I'm going to go to Australia. If you have a picnic at Hanging Rock in Australia, you may end up disappearing. Yeah, the outback scares me. I like the idea of going to Australia, but I'm not so sure about the outback. This stupid thing. Oh, you're in Australia as well? Brisbane. I didn't realize you guys were both in Australia. That's awesome. I love I love how the internet can do that. Thank you, Rachel. Yeah, when I first started the channel, I didn't wear it for a little bit because I didn't want to be like people thinking I was like I didn't want people thinking I was the like cosplay guy, you know? Like I just wanted to be me. I didn't want to dress up or anything. But then I was like, you know what? This is really stressful because my eye's looking way over this way. People don't know what I'm looking at. It's just uncomfortable for me. The light hurts it. So I'm either doing the videos with one eye closed. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm wearing my patch. And that was around the same time I came up with the name Ghost Pirate because I was like, well, if I'm going to wear a patch, I'm just going to own the fact that I'm a pirate. That's the nickname I've had for a long time by my friends and family. So, and not just because of the patch, but I just kind of act like everybody that knows me says that I in a past life was either a pirate or a Viking. Okay, is that one of the Black Fella places? Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Not sure, but I watched the movie Picnic at Hanging Rock about good Peter Ware. I thought there was another horror movie too that was at Hanging Rock. Like I feel like that's a place that's been used in a number of thriller and horror movies that take place in Australia. So, what are you guys up to? You guys want to see where I'm staying? Check this out. So, I don't know if I can flip the camera around. No, but I'll just show you this way. So, there's my little kitchen area. So, this is where I'm staying. It's actually pretty affordable. Right over here is the bathroom. See, not over here. I got the bed. Not too shabby. I brought my own fan because I can't sleep without a fan. And then I got this like love seat over here that I'm just using to put all my shit. But look at outside. Look at this. Can you guys see that out there? It's like a whole little area to sit and just relax. It's like a whole big garden. There's like this really nice walkway uh, through the garden and stuff. It's really nice. Like I got fortunate. It's when you do it during the week, you definitely save some money. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. But it's really thanks to you guys. So I want to give a huge shout out to a couple. Hold on, to a couple different patrons. Leslie. Can you guys see me? I kind of lost you guys for a second. Well, I want to give a huge thank you to Susan Gardetto. She donated a big amount. Leslie also donated a lot to help this trip happen. Boogeyman or John, he donated. Those are the three top donators. So I really, really, really am grateful to those three especially. But then a bunch of you guys donated a couple dollars here, a couple dollars there, and made me be able to come here and see this. I've always wanted to see it. It's not that far away from me. I mean, it's just took me like 7 hours, but normally it's not quite this far. But either way, it's not like a crazy distance. You're gonna donate to the Venmo so it goes straight to your pockets. Thank you so much, Cami. That is huge because that helps me right now and it helps me straight up on this trip. Like be able to get some dinner and not stress about it. You know, donating like that is huge. And then also YouTube takes a pretty big cut out of any donations. So I'm very, very grateful for that. So thank you. But every single dollar, every single one of you that donated even a dollar or became a channel member or became a Patreon member, like every one of you guys make this happen, making me be able to do this for a living and be able to go on this trip. And it's amazing. It was so surreal to be standing there in front of the Silver Shamrock factory. And it's like falling down. I'm going to post, video stuff. Eventually, I'm going to edit a video together and show you the whole trip. But it was just crazy. And then I got to go through Willow Creek, which is where all kinds of history for Bigfoot is. I think on my way home, I'm going to stop there, eat lunch, and just kind of check it out more. I think there's a little museum there and whatnot, but it's just, I've always wanted to be able to go on a trip, and I never go anywhere. All I ever do is sit in my room and edit, and I love doing it, but it's amazing to get to come out in the world and see some of these amazing locations. So this is just so much fun. Like, I'm super tired right now, but I'm having a blast. I had this really great pizza. It's right here. It's called West Side Pizza. And I still have like half of it left, but it's really good. It's got like a thin crust with lots and lots of pepperoni. Really, really fucking good. What's up, David? What's up, Jamie? You're in Australia too? What's up? Team Australia in the house. Dude, wait until you see Talk to Me. You want to talk about psychological horror? If you love the Babadook, you definitely got to check out Talk to Me. I did a full review on it, so check that out. But it comes out this week in most theaters. If you're in Australia, it's a minute until it comes out. I think it's a few more weeks until it comes out. But that movie is so fucking good. I think most of you guys are going to love it. Man, I really need to go to Australia, visit you guys, you crazy Aussies. Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's just early aughts. I mean, they're still pumping out great films out of Australia, not just horror, but just in general. Because Talk to Me is out of Australia. It's Australian brothers, and I'm telling you, this is the fucking horror movie of the year. Ozzy, Ozzy, Ozzy. Venmo comes up as Kanan Becker. Yep, that's me. I just legally spell my name like that, but I've never liked that spelling. So since I was about 12, I spelled it the way I do on the channel, Kainan. But that's my legal spelling with the C. Oi, oi, oi. Nice, Jamie. I'm American, but I got a spare room. Man, I really want to come to Australia. So maybe, in the near future, a year or whatever, I can, with this channel, make enough money, save up some money for airfare and food and whatnot, and I'm gonna bounce over there and meet all you guys. 10:30 in the morning. Cool. Well, I'm glad this is a good time to do this because it's not that late here either. Look, it's still light out. It's like, what is it? Almost 9 or 8. Yeah, it's almost 8. And then it's in the morning there. So this is a great time to be doing the live. I don't know why there's not more people though. Sissy was a great movie. That was honestly one of the best movies last year. It's the only movie that I actually kick myself for not putting in my top 10. But I just don't know what I would have replaced in my top 10 from last year. But Sissy was phenomenal. It did make my my top 20 that I talked about on the podcast, which I don't do anymore. I only did like 4 episodes. It's just too hard doing it every week and doing it by myself, along with everything else that I'm doing on this channel. Thank you so much, Cammy Q. I just saw that you've been moving money. That's enough for dinner. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm not joking. Like, my goal is to travel. Like this it's a small little trip, but this is the beginning. It's taking this channel on the road, meeting everybody, and going to these cool locations. I mean, like in this one little trip, I'm visiting 3 locations: Willow Creek, where Bigfoot is supposedly most like sightings and the footprints first were found and whatnot. The Halloween 3 season of the witch locations, and then I'm also gonna I should be able to tomorrow go to the Salem's Lot location. So my goal is over the next 2 days, so tomorrow and then the next day, to hit up and film some stuff from all those locations. Yeah, except for you don't have all the smog. You don't have all the smog that LA has, though, I don't think. I love Canada. I've been to Canada when I was a kid. I love it. Such great food and produce and just clean air and just a great country. I definitely would like to go back. What's up, David? Hand waving. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you so much, Cami. We are talking Australian films, but I still love this bit of info. The year before he was in Troy, Eric Bana was in The Nugget, are being Harsh Karen. I don't know. I've never seen that movie. If anybody wants to shoot some questions at me, I'm definitely down to do some Q&A. Just going to chill with you guys for a little while. The warrior in Grecian horror, he was a sad husband dealing with friend himself. Oh, friend issue. Okay, I just have never seen that movie. It's a comedy. That would probably be why I don't know of it. Like, it's funny. Whenever I do watch comedies, I enjoy them. Like, um, a couple comedies I've seen this year I can't think of, but I enjoyed them. But I just never go and seek out comedies. If I ever am in the mood for something funny, I do stand up. I go and watch stand up. Okay. Did you get a chance to watch Attack the Block yet? No. No, but it's on my list when I do, I think it's Alien Part 2, Alien Horror Movie Part 2. I think that's where Attack the Block is. Unless I see it on a streaming service before then, and then I'll do it for that. But I have so many different lists, and it's like it's hard to go and hunt down a movie if I'm not going to do an individual review of it. And I'm just like doing everything I can to just keep up, with getting videos out every week. So, but this Friday, I still got to edit it. Hopefully I'll have it out this Friday, but it's my best horror movies, my 10 best horror movies of 2023 so far. So I just figured it's like the halfway point of the year, and it would be fun to talk about what my favorites so far this year are. And I feel like I got a super thanks that I didn't recognize. Yeah, Rico. What's up, Rico? Thank you so much for your super thanks, dude. That's huge. Oh, shit. Someone else just came in. Oh, Susu. I just thanked you for... Susu was a huge donator and really helped make this trip happen. And then there she is coming through again. You are such a sweet person. Thank you so much. Like, seriously, there is no way with you and a couple other people, there's no way I would have been able to do this trip. But you guys donated very generously, and I'm having a blast. Like, this is so amazing. Like, standing out, I did post a picture if anybody wants to see it, but I'll post video of it at some point. But getting a piece of the Silver Shamrock factory was so amazing, and I didn't have to break the law to do it. There's a fence all the way around it, and I swear to you, there was a perfect square red chunk. Was exactly what I had envisioned in my head. It's about that big, just laying there right on the ground next to the fence where I could just easily lean down and pick it up and didn't break any laws. Didn't have to worry about getting in trouble for trespassing, nothing. And it was just so incredible just standing there looking at it. I think I'm going to go there again tomorrow and film a little bit more, but just also just to be in the presence of it. It's just amazing. Let's see. Australia also had the castle, which predated America's property night ruling back in 2007. American property? I don't know what that is either. American property rights? Is that the name of the movie? Sorry, I don't know of either of those. Uh, they must not be horror. 'Cause generally, if you talk about horror, I'm gonna probably have a good idea what you're talking about. But beyond horror, I sadly just do not know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I've heard nothing. I've heard, yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about Attack the Block. I've always wanted to watch it, but it's one of those movies that just hasn't been streaming, and it's generally the only place I'm able to really focus on movies is when they're streaming because it can tie into something I'm doing for work, and that's most of the time what I'm doing. So, what'd you say? Let's see here. Way to pirate that Halloween 3 memorabilia. Yeah, exactly. But it was out on the public street. Technically, it was not on, well, it was kind of on the property, but it was not, I didn't have to go around the fence and, like, yeah, there was nobody around anyway. And the poor building is just absolutely crumbling down. It's so sad, but it's still enough there that it's recognizable and still looks awesome. And I can't wait tonight. I'm gonna watch Halloween 3. I haven't seen it in a while, and just watching it on this trip just sounds so amazing. So I think I'm gonna watch Halloween 3 tonight, and then tomorrow night watch Salem's Lot because I'm gonna see the Salem's Lot locations tomorrow. And yeah, like I keep telling people, this is a workation. It's like definitely I'm enjoying it and having a great time, but it's also, about the channel and trying to make content for you guys. So I just want to bring you guys with me as much as I can. I'm a Tubi slave. I joke to my wife when she asks me what I'm watching. I say, Cisco, our male cat, wants to watch TV, and my wife says, "Oh, Tubi." Can I post your live link in Discord? Yes, please. You can post it anywhere you want. It's on Hulu right now? Hmm. Oh shit, it's on Prime? Is it free on Prime? If it's free, because that's the next list I'm making is Amazon Prime. So if that's the case, I will definitely watch it 100% next week. So Mark, is it free with a membership? Hell yeah, that is awesome. I am 100% gonna watch it, and uh, almost for sure, as long as it's good, it'll be on next week's, not this week's list, but the next week's list. So a week from this Friday, as long as I stay on schedule. I got to get some editing done to stay on schedule. It's a little tricky being on the road and being excited and tired and all that, but I still got to get some editing done so I don't fall too far behind. Yeah, sweet. Hell yeah. That is awesome. That is definitely going to happen. So, if you want to know my thoughts of Attack the Block, just stay tuned. Yeah, I love Society, man. The shunting is like one of the most insane horror movie body horror scenes that's ever been filmed. It's just crazy. Man, if anybody wants to send me a freaking tripod that works, that would be awesome. Like I just this little handheld tripod, man, it sucks so bad. It's like almost brand new, but this thing just sucks. I don't, for the life of me, know why it doesn't. It's like the weight of the phone makes it fall over every time. It's just maddening. That movie has a twist that is 1005 uh, choreographed. Yeah, I'm telling you, the shunting scene is incredible. Like, if you haven't seen Society, you gotta watch that movie. I feel like, it's campy and silly, but it's also just brutally gory, gross, or not gory, but brutally gross uh, body horror, like at its finest. I'm literally having to like lean the stupid camera on my or my phone camera on my backpack in order to get it to not fall over. Piece of junk. It was like $70. So I highly, highly don't recommend buying this Joby handheld tripod. Screw this thing. Everything they sell you that is happening is exactly what happens. Yeah, but in a different way. Yeah, yeah, 100%. You're right. Like the whole movie, it basically tells you what's going to happen, but it's like it's too weird to even expect or whatever. Oh shit! Who's this? Hell yeah, Rachel! Thank you so much. A little something towards your trip to Australia. Absolutely love your enthusiasm. That's what drew me into your vids. Thank you so much. Same with Midsommar, which I loved. I was just listening to a podcast today where they were breaking down Midsommar, like kind of talking about all of the this and that, like the reasonings why and whatnot. And this one girl was super traumatized by it. I guess it wasn't that it was scary per se, but just like the one scene in the beginning, like really, really affected her. The one where the sister goes mental. But I mean, Ari Aster is a genius, but he's also like pretty unique. Not everything he does always works, but it's always unique and weird and strange and comes from like a different angle. Like Beau is Afraid. A lot of people did not like Beau is Afraid. I personally loved Beau is Afraid, but I get it. It's super strange. Midsommar had exactly 0 jumps. Yep. It's all about the dread and anxiety and discomfort, and it just makes you feel off kilter the whole movie. There's a lot of existential dread in that movie. It's one that really sticks with you. And that's what I love about Ari Aster's movies. Look at Leslie coming through, rocking it with the 30 spot. Jeez, thank you so much, guys. You're amazing. That was supposed to be and it ended up just being a this. I told you I was tired. But I get it. Honestly, it felt like my Mecca. Like it truly felt like going to my horror Mecca, going to the Halloween 3 factory because I've loved that movie for so many years and it's so quirky. And I remember loving that movie long before other people started to come around on it. And when I was talking about it and just enjoying it, everybody was hating on it. And it felt like I was the only person in the world that loved that movie. And so then to find out from Ben, from Boogeyman Ben's channel, that it was doable, that it wasn't crazy far away, and that it still was standing. Because a lot of rumors were that it had crumbled down, and I get it. Like it's definitely dilapidated a lot, but it's still standing. Like the main structure is still there. There's definitely some cave-in areas, and some, all the windows are broken and it's been spray painted some, but it's still there. So, I don't know how much longer it's going to be there. So if it means a lot to you like it did me, I definitely recommend going to see it sooner rather than later, because I don't think it's going to be that much longer. Yeah, Leslie, I am having a blast. Did you get the picture I sent you? I think I sent you one of me and Bigfoot. I posted that one to the community too, but I just can't wait till you guys all get to see Talk to Me, because I'm not saying that you're going to think it's as good as Babadook, as good as Hereditary, or whatever. But I feel like it falls into that same group of movies. And I just love it. I am so excited to see it again. I can't remember the last time I was this jacked to see a movie again. Um, I was excited to see Evil Dead Rise again, but I think I might even be more excited to see this one again. This is one of those movies that sets with you, and it's like, I don't know, you appreciate it even more after you sit with it for a minute and really think about what they were doing. I loved horror since I can remember. My parents thought something was wrong. Yeah, I didn't really get to grow up with horror. I wasn't until I was like a later teenager, like 16, 17, I think, is when I first got to start watching horror movies and fell in love with them. Yeah, if I had my Rotten Tomato license or whatever, I would have definitely given it, certified. Like it's incredible, guys. I'm telling you, it's so good. It's just fun, but it's twisted, and like I said, it'll stick with you as well. But I mean, I'm not saying, so like don't expect it to be Hereditary. Like I said in my review, like that's a tall, tall order. I think some people are going to like it more than Hereditary. It's definitely a lot more fun than Hereditary. It's not as dark and like there's a bit of depressingness to Hereditary. This one, does have its moments, but I feel like in general, it's more of a fun movie. Yeah, I definitely watched a lot more sci-fi growing up than I did horror. I mean, I saw stuff that's like sort of horror, but not until I was a teenager that I started really getting to watch horror movies, and then it's just become a big part of my life ever since. I remember I was 7, and Simon Sminkle had 3D Marathon back in 84, 85, so I was like 9 or 10. And we walked down to 7-Eleven for the promotional glasses. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it's a shame that Stingle Lee, he's still going strong, but he's not as popular as he was, back in the 80s. And my older brother made me watch original Dawn of the Dead. Nice choice. Yeah, Pet Cemetery, the OG was mine. Have you guys heard about this Pet Cemetery prequel that's coming out? It's going to be a prequel to the 2019 Pet Cemetery. But I mean, I guess sort of. You could kind of say it's just going to be prequel, period, because it's about Judd, and Judd's in both. So I don't know if it's exactly directed at the 2019. My parents got me into it. My mom and dad watched together a ton to this day. That's awesome. Your parents are still together, Leslie? Please do not mention what about the Svengoolie. Hey, was it you that sent me the link to all the Spangoolies every week? Because I can't find. If it's you, can you send that to me again? Somehow I lost that email or that information that had that. 'Cause I used to enjoy watching, not every week, but as much as possible. I loved having those to watch. So anybody got any Q&A? Where are the locations you want me to go to? Dude, that's amazing. I'm sorry for your loss that he died in 2020. I think I remember you telling me that, but that's so amazing that they were together 54 years. That's just awesome. My parents just celebrated 50 years ago. That is crazy. I didn't even know that was possible anymore. My parents have been together for, I guess, getting close to that. Because I think they're together, but I haven't heard from them or seen them or nothing in basically 20 years. I heard I got one phone call and sort of heard from them a little bit like 10 years ago. So I'm pretty sure they're still together, but I don't know. I'm guessing they're alive and still together, or I'm pretty sure I would have heard. But they abandoned all of us kids when we were basically all grown up. I think my littlest sister was like 16. Hey, Jen. That's so amazing. I just wish I had any parents. Not to be all like sad sounding or whatever, but yeah, it would be nice. I don't have any parents around. I haven't for 20 years. So, see, question: can you repeat the details for those of us who came late? So where I'm at, I am on a trip to visit the Halloween 3 season of the Witch locations. I already went to the Silver Shamrock Factory earlier and got a little piece of the brick. I put a picture up on the community page, the YouTube community page, and I'll probably post like a picture uh, to the Discord or wherever else too. But I it took me like 7 hours to get down here, so I was really too tired to do much else. So I did shoot a little bit from there, but then now I just came back here, because like I started my day at like 6 a.m. So I'm definitely pretty tired. I know, and that means a lot to me, Cammy. Thank you. It's crazy. Like I genuinely mean it when I say like I don't feel alone anymore. Like I really do feel like I got this community of people that give a shit about me all over the world, and it means a ton. It's really taken me out of my depression and loneliness. So when you come this way, I what? I trounce. I don't know what you were trying to say, Leslie. When you come this way, I trounce. Yeah, for those that don't know, I'm going to be heading in October to visit Leslie. We're going to go to at least one convention, but I think you sent me like information about a second thing. So I think we're going to like two different events, maybe more. But I'm really excited about it. It's going to be amazing. There's so many celebrities at these different conventions that we're going to try and meet. So it's going to be amazing. And I'm definitely going to take you guys with me and going to have some fun. So, but yeah, check it out outside here. Look at this garden. Falling down. But yeah, look how pretty it is out here. Super peaceful. It's like making me really relaxed and happy to be here. It's nice. Yeah, I remember you talking about having pneumonia. I remember that. I need better chairs. I don't know what you mean. I meant I'll introduce you to my mom. Yeah, I definitely want to meet your mom. I'm excited to meet your mom. Yeah, I did. I like it wasn't the chair. I stepped off. I was going backwards because I'm trying to show you guys the garden back here, and I took a step, forgot that there was a step. It's not like I live here. Took a step and was just like, woo. But then on top of that, my left foot's messed up still, so I can only walk on the side of it. I can't put full weight on it, and I can't like plant on it. So I can just basically put some weight on the heel, and then my foot was doing a lot better, and then it had a, let's just say it's really bad again. So I saw a different doctor this past week because my doctor was out of town, and I followed the instructions that this doctor gave me because he's supposed to be like a doctor. And he told me I could shower and that it was healed and just don't worry about showering. So I did, and basically all the skin just shriveled and fell off. So now it's just an open wound again. So yeah. No, I'm just down here solo. I wish that I was meeting some people down here, but no. It'll be cool though eventually, like when the channel's even bigger, because I really want to do organized meetups. So, but like if I'm announcing I'm heading to a certain area, like I said, I'm gonna go to Florida, Orlando, and whatnot uh, to hang out with Leslie. And if any of you guys are in Florida, definitely come meet us because we're gonna be at different conventions and shit. Yeah, Spooky Empire is a 2-day event. We are going to stay on the resort there. Hell yeah! Woo! Living like ballers. Baller, shot caller. I was listening to 90s hip hop earlier. It really took me back. It was nice. Anxiety? No, it's my big toe. I'm a diabetic, so I don't heal very well. And I got an infection in my big toe from a blister back in 2020, and they had to amputate most of the big toe. But now the nub is going through the same thing, and it was almost healed, but now it's just a mess again. So I'm worried that they're going to amputate more of the big toe. But whatever. I just don't want to be in this fucking walking boot anymore. I really want to be able to go swimming and just be normal again, but it's really not going to be the case. I'm down here for two nights, 2 days. I'm basically down here all day tomorrow and then leaving the next day. So I'm staying tonight, tomorrow night, and leaving the next day. So, but I'm gonna hit the Salem's Lot locations while I'm down here too. On like tomorrow, and then on Wednesday on my way back, I'm gonna go through Willow Creek and do some scouting for Bigfoot. Making it to Australia will likely be hard for you. Australia might have a lot of fans for you, but it's a big place with not many people. America is a big place with a lot of people. Um, yeah, but it won't be for a while. When I'm talking about going to Australia and like other countries and shit, um, it's when the channel is considerably bigger. But that won't be that much longer. You guys just watch. Like 2 years from now, this channel is going to be quite a bit bigger. Because if you just look at how much the channel's grown in the last year, if it even does that same thing again, then it's going to be a lot bigger. But chances are it's going to grow even faster than that. So, yeah, it is a long flight. I've heard that your butt hurts when you fly to Australia. Like, I didn't know this, but like a lot of people get like little butt pads and they just like literally sit on butt pads when they fly to Australia. My father walked out when I was 4. I tried to come back when I was 14, left again at 16, showed back up when I was 51 to still 10K. Damn. Haven't seen him since. Sorry, bro, but fuck that. Fuck him. Like, that is not okay. But that's the thing. That's why I don't feel sorry for myself because, like, who of us has not had uh, a traumatic, upbringing of some kind? Like, all of us have some shit, man. Let's see. What would your 3 most goriest horror movies be? Um, Dead Alive is definitely up there. See, that's tricky because it's like, are you talking about the movie with the most blood or the most like gory, brutal? Like the sadness is probably. This is just off the top of my head, but I'll do Dead Alive, the sadness. Hmm, trying to think of what else is super bloody like that. Evil Dead 2017, right? Is it 2017? Yeah, Evil Dead, not this most recent one, Evil Dead Rise, but the Evil Dead before that. Uh, Be my next one. It's all good. Like I said, we all have. Oh yeah, I agree. I feel bad for her, Brett too. Sorry, I thought you were talking about me. See, I enjoy your reviews, and it takes me back sometimes and gives me new projects to enjoy. Yeah, that's one of the things that I enjoy hearing is like, my a big goal of mine is to recommend movies that people haven't seen. But what I love too is hearing how many people say that like a movie they love, it's kind of like reminded them. Like a few people, this most recent list was like, we're like, we'd forgotten about Daybreakers. We love Daybreakers, and so we went back and rewatched it, and it still holds up. It's still great, and like I love hearing about that because there's so many movies we love that but you kind of forget about them because there's so many other movies. Finished my Tubi list marathon. Yeah, didn't you? What was it? You? Yeah, you watched every one of the movies on my most recent Tubi list, right? Like that's crazy. You're the first person to do that. I think that's awesome. When I saw that, I was like, dude, this is the coolest shit ever. The chest burster is pretty gross. Yeah, for a scene, it was very shocking, especially when we all, I didn't get to see it in the '80s, but I saw it in the '90s, and it was still fucking shocking as hell at that point. It's okay. Life is full of experiences. Yep, that's how I see it. Like, you got to try to not let things get to you too much. Just keep moving forward. I guess you are a professional because you know almost before you're asked what a listener intended, as you said, I was speaking brutal. Most three. Okay, so brutal. There's a ton I haven't seen, but I would just always lean towards extreme, the French extreme. So like inside. Um, I'm blanking on the names of them. But yeah, just look up French extremist, and you're gonna see some of the most brutal horror movies ever made. Yes, they're gory, but they're just savage. Like they make your skin crawl. Yeah, I totally agree, Rico. I mean, that's like I try to find movies like some of the movies I recommend. It's like they're not as good as they were back in the day, but there's still something fun and nostalgic, especially for people our age. But then some of the movies, it's about they still really hold up as just damn good movies and don't get talked about enough. And that's the case with Daybreakers and Fallen. I think they're both just fantastic movies. And when I rewatched both of them recently, I was just like, holy shit, like they're so good, and yet people just don't talk about them. Yeah, Bad Taste is another one, but that's like cheesy. So like if you go and gory cheesy, yeah. Uh, Chat keeps moving on me. It's driving me crazy. Trying not to miss anything you guys are saying. Nice. Yeah, I've had so many people who have come up to me in person at these screenings recently and stuff, and they're like, "We found you like locally that lives where I live," and they're like, "We found you because of the werewolf videos." And I love that. I mean, the one of them is like at 80,000 views, so you know, like that's why. But I just love it. I love that they found me through that. What's up? I'm just hanging out in Northern California, like really northern, much more northern than I live. I drove about 7 hours to Eureka, excuse me, to Eureka area. I'm about 20 minutes outside of Eureka. What's up, Mayhem? Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Martyrs, yes. That would probably be the king of the French extreme. I don't know why it was blanking on me. But yeah, Martyrs, Inside, them, um, like because the thing about the French extreme is they're absolutely insane. They're so extreme, so much more extreme than a lot of movies. But they're not just brutal and gory for the sake of. Yeah, Bone Tomahawk is another one that's super savage. But it reminds me of French extreme. Like they're not just brutal and gory for the sake of gore. They're not just trying to shock you. There actually is a reason, and it makes a really good movie. They're still really good movies. Antichrist definitely up there. Shit, you want to talk about savage? You're mentioning Goodfellas, but what about Casino? That death in the casino is so fucking brutal and shocking. Yeah, Bone Tomahawk is just a brilliant movie. It's exactly what I'm talking about, where it's savage and brutal, but yet it's still a really good movie. Eight movie and Ham doesn't count in my opinion. I don't know. Oh, B movie and Ham. I don't know what B movie and Ham is. What about Cannibal Holocaust? The Cannibal Holocaust is like that shock thing that I'm talking about. Where I haven't seen Necromaniac. I've heard it's good though, but no, Cannibal Holocaust doesn't count for me because it's just about trying to shock you. So yes, it's shocking, but it's not. I don't think it holds up either. Beyond that, I also just can't stand the fact that they hurt real animals just for the sake of the movie. Like, there's no need to do that. Yes, that's what's so cool about Bone Tomahawk is that it truly is a great western, but it's also a savage body horror. Like there, I don't know of anything else that's mixed it like that. The Burrowers is a fantastic western horror movie, but still not quite on the Bone Tomahawk level. Casino is so good. Like uh, I love I love mafia movies, and Casino is one of the most underrated. Did you enjoy it? Yeah, Faces of Death was only good back in the day, though. Like when we were kids and we all believed it was real. Like all of us saw it and all thought it was real, and then it held up. But then if you try to watch those movies now, they're so dumb and so obviously not real. There's only like a little tiny bit of them that's real. You can watch way worse stuff on Tubi, or I mean on YouTube. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Serbian film is the exact same thing. It's just trying to shock you. It's not about a good movie. It's not about a good story. Yeah, High Tension is another one of the French extremists that I'm talking about. Yeah, Faces of Death. But it's just not real, dude. It's like back in the day when we were kids, Faces of Death was super brutal because we all believed it was real. If I could make a horror movie, would I want to? Yes, but I want to produce a horror movie. I want to find the writers, and find a director and be able to just like finance it at least to an extent and just be the guy that helps put the pieces together and kind of guides it, kind of oversees the whole thing. Because I don't have the experience, and I think eventually, if you head a movies long enough, you could learn how to direct and whatever. But I don't know all the ins and outs of directing, and I have numerous friends that direct, and so I would just rather find the right people and put them together because I want a good movie. It's not about me trying to just make something. It's about I would want to be a part of a good movie. Yeah, they were great in the '90s when we thought they were real. But like I said, YouTube now, Audition is fantastic. See, Audition is exactly what I'm talking about, where it's brutal, barbaric, and savage, and it makes you squirm and all those things, but it serves a purpose. It's not just trying to shock you, it has a reason. You and Rob Zombie would make a great horror movie. I would love to work with Rob Zombie, but I think Rob Zombie is he's too dead set on making grindhouse, gritty, 1970s horror. That's his vision. And mine, I would want to do something more along the lines of like, if I do a movie, if I ever get involved in a movie and it's my movie in a way, it would definitely have to do with probably the ocean, but it would be a Lovecraftian cosmic type of horror, but maybe to do with the ocean of some kind or space. Like it would definitely be to do with those. So it would have a heavy amount of sci-fi, but still be a very much horror movie. Definitely have a lot of body horror. Definitely have a share of gore, but it would need to be realistic. I wouldn't want to make a silly campy movie, and that's why if I would ever be involved in a movie, I'd have to be like, I get the right people. I'm not just going to make a movie just to be like, I made a movie. Gore isn't the gold standard for a good horror movie for me anyway. It helps up. See, I think it just depends. Like sometimes gore helps. Like Talk to Me, the gore that's in it works amazing. It needs it. But sometimes you can have a great horror movie that underwater, perfect example. You don't see really any gore in that because you're underwater. And I think it's a great horror movie, and it didn't need any gore to be scary and fun and great and all those things, in my opinion. Blumhouse is getting together with uh, Plimsoil for a horror nature series. I don't know what Plimsoil is. Plimsoil? I do know that Blumhouse is working with Atomic Monster now, so that we're going to see a lot more horror movies coming out that are the two of them. So James Wan heavily involved. So I think we're going to see some really cool shit with the two working together. One of my 90s faves still is People Under the Stairs. Yes, fantastic movie. Great, great movie. And mostly has to do with like the mental elements of that movie that make it so good. It's super disturbing and uncomfortable and still holds up really well. Like it holds up super well to this day. So, have any of you guys went out to see any of the movies recently? Like, have you guys any of you seen Demon Knight? Love that movie. So much fun. There was a minute where Demon Knight and Bordello of Blood were both on Shudder. I recommended them on that list, and it was so fun watching those two back to back because I hadn't seen them since they were in theaters. Plimsoil is just a production company, but a horror nature docuseries sounds killer. Hell yeah! I just haven't never heard of Plimsoil or Plim. Is it Plimsoil? Yeah, I haven't heard of them. But yeah, I am. I love that A24 and Blumhouse are both getting into series. Like I think you could tell some really great stories with series that you can't tell with movies. What's yeah? What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite movie to do with tropes and torture devices? One of mine is The Collector. Yeah, The Collector is fantastic. Damn, Collector is really high up there. Um, Maybe the first Saw because I hadn't seen anything like that when it came out. In hindsight, I'd have to like rewatch a shitload of movies to figure out definitively what the best one is. But for me, it's probably still it's probably still Saw, the first Saw, because it never seen anything like that before. It was very groundbreaking for the time and a lot of fun. Another great horror movie, but depicted as a comedy was The Burbs. I love The Burbs. I love how hard The Burbs goes. Like comedies would never do that now. A horror comedy would never go that because it's super funny the whole movie. It's silly the whole movie. And then the end just goes super grim, super savage, and pretty damn brutal. And you're just like, oh shit, I didn't expect it to go that brutal. I love that movie. Will Smith was willing to punch a star because he needed that sweet demon night money from his wife. I don't understand the demon night money reference as far as Will Smith, but I lost a lot of respect for Will Smith after he hit Chris Rock. I'm not a fan of Chris Rock either. I think they're both pompous shitheads, but yeah, you don't do that on a public stage like that. Like, come on now. So you just camping out, or no? I'm in an Airbnb, a really nice little studio Airbnb. See, there's my bed, and there's the bathroom, and it's got this nice little kitchen area. But I'm down in Eureka area. I went earlier to the Halloween 3 season of The Witch Silver Shamrock Factory. It's still there. The building's still there where they filmed it. And tomorrow I'm going to go to some of the other locations for Halloween 3, and then I'm also going to go to some of the Salem's Lot locations. And then on Wednesday, as I drive back home, I'm going to go through Willow Creek and do a little bit of Bigfoot, uh, scouting out, do a little bit of video from there. Billy Zane is a fantastic actor who simply can't get real roles. I know, like it makes no sense nowadays that he did nothing. Like you never see him. But that was one thing I was really happy to see in Oppenheimer was how many different actors I hadn't seen get legit roles in a long time that were in that movie. It made me super excited. I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" Like these people are great actors and they need to get more love. So it was great to see a bunch of them, man. They had small roles in it, but they were amazing in it. Like just bunches of people. If you look up that movie or if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Or just taking some personal time. No, it's a workation is what I'm calling it. Devices Lego to Hellraiser. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I never really thought of the Hellraiser movies as like devices though. Like they're it's kind of like their powers, but they're like weapons. But I guess they are devices. I don't know. That's tricky because mostly it's just like hooks and chains and like things to hurt you, you know. But I guess it is kind of like, especially as it gets later on in the other Hellraisers, it does get to be more devices. Especially the most recent Hellraiser, that thing was definitely a device. The thing that was through the guy's chest. See, have you seen The Golden Glove? No. Is that a horror movie? Uh, all I know, Golden Glove is Golden Glove boxing. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, I now I get what you mean. I forgot. Yeah, she is the main. Uh, her screaming is obnoxious. Like I gotta say, so like she did great. I mean, she was good in everything she's in. Really, she wasn't bad, but her screaming was annoying. It felt like just I don't know too much. Yeah, I was super stoked, and it was really affordable compared to a lot of the other ones because I really wanted one that wasn't just like a room that I had to traipse through the house to use the bathroom and traipse through the house to use the kitchen and things like that. You know, it's like you don't know these people. You don't want to like make them uncomfortable and wake them up in the night and things like that. And so this is like perfect. It's like basically a little kitchenette apartment. It's awesome. Like I would love to live in a place like this. To be honest. Yeah. So I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do all this, but it's going to be interwoven in one way or another. I think there's going to be little bits and pieces in between movies on some of my list videos, but then I think I'll also make like some dedicated videos that are just about my trip. So right now I'm just kind of filming a lot of things and then just trying to figure out how I want to use them and stuff. But I'm definitely going to share all my experiences. Yeah, The Voices is a super fun movie. That's like a. It looks like a super young Ryan Reynolds, but didn't that movie come out like 2017? I feel like it must have been shot like a long time before it was released or something, because it's like a really young Ryan Reynolds in it, or at least it feels like a really young Ryan Reynolds. I'm not interested in Oppenheimer, not because I think it would suck, but I already saw it in Fat Man and Little Boy story. Uh, I would say you'd be surprised because I know all the story. I've seen multiple documentaries. I've watched movies with it. Like it's not that. It's the way Nolan puts it together. And on top of that, this focuses much more on Oppenheimer than it does the bomb, which was something I was hoping for it to have more to do with the bomb and the science behind the bomb and that kind of thing. But it's really not. It's very much about Oppenheimer and his part of the whole picture of the world at the time. And I think you would be really surprised how entertained you are by it. Because like of course it's like watching the Titanic, right? You already know what happens, but it's about how it's done. And this is I mean, Christopher Nolan, this is like one of his best, man. Like he's this such an amazing filmmaker. Oh, good in the Tupac video. Yeah, that's like Will Smith, I guess, is still jealous over that because she straight up told Will Smith that she wishes Tupac never died. She would still be with Tupac or something like that. Like, it's crazy. Like, you may feel that, but you don't tell your husband that shit. I'm a I'm a diehard monster fan. I love the creepiest, crawliest, smallest bone. Yes, and see that's why when I was talking about if I ever made my own movie a little bit ago, it would definitely have a creature of some kind. Like that's why I love the idea of ocean because there's so many things creature wise you could do with the ocean that hasn't been done. Yeah, but this one is just all by myself, just by myself, and I even have a key. So I'm sure there's a copy, but still, yeah, I'm safe. Yeah, it's really chill out here, and it's really pretty. Like I didn't realize how close we are to the ocean. There's like literally driving in, there's ocean and like the bay right there. No, people keep telling me I should watch them, but from what I've heard, they're really just like for shock value kind of movies, and I'm not a big fan of shock value movies. It's not that I won't check them out at some point. It's just I have like an enormous list, and if it's one that I don't vibe with, then it's not high on the list, kind of thing. But that's just I because like I said, I just have so much. Yeah, did you ever watch my video where I did like I played like a Russian roulette sort of game, but with B-rated creature feature horror movies? And so my that thing was I would review six movies and then I would just literally spin the thing and hit it with my finger on the app, and wherever it landed, I would pick if it was a creature feature, I would watch it and review it. And I did six movies. Nobody's watching this video, but it was really fun, and I was sad that nobody watched it because I love the idea of just having to review these random ass B-rated creature features. But yeah, it's still on the channel if anybody wants to check it out. It's not it's older, so it's not the greatest, but editing or whatever. But it was still fun. Whereas, whereas that? What do you mean? Whereas what? I know, but from what I know about, and I haven't seen Fat Man and Little Boy, but from what I know, that one is much more like it doesn't have the artistry and the dramatics and the filmmaking of Nolan's. So, like, I don't think when you're going to go see a biography, and especially when it's a biographical thriller and has some thriller elements, if it doesn't matter if you know literally exactly what is going to be like what's going to happen. It's how it's presented, and I'm telling you, this movie is not like anything else you've seen. I guarantee it. And and I've heard that movie's really good. And it's not that I'm saying that it's not. I'm just saying it's apples to oranges because I'm telling you, nothing is like this because of the way Christopher Nolan puts it together and the acting that's on display. I mean, the cast is incredible in this. Like it'll blow your mind that everybody that's in this. It's just incredible. Got to go see the live YouTube channel and all your videos. Keep the good work. Thank you so much, CPG Gaming. Take care. Have a good night. The One-Eyed Pirate wants to make a movie about the ocean. Oh yeah, no shit. I didn't say it would be to do with pirates, although I didn't say I wouldn't want to do. I think you could make a badass. I was just talking about this or thinking about it the other day. I think you can make a badass horror movie about pirates. And it's strange that I don't know of any legit ones. If there is one, I don't know about it. But I feel like you could really get creepy and dark with like a serial killer on the high seas, you know? I'm getting my eye soon. What? I'm getting my eye soon. Oh, yeah, membership. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Horror remake of Gilligan's Island. That could be interesting. RLM is building series of horrible fraud movies from Tubi. Yeah, they're pretty bad. Creature Features. Is it a channel or just uh no, it's just a video I did on this channel. It's like a Russian, like a game of Russian roulette, but it was roulette. But instead of a bullets, it was cheesy B-rated horror movies. But it was just one video. I wanted to make it like a series, but nobody watched it. So I will see Nolan's, but not at the theater. Well, yeah, I mean I get it. I'm not saying you have to go to see Oppenheimer. I'm just telling you I think you'd be surprised. I do want to check that movie out. Someone was talking about it the other day and saying how uh, have I seen it? You know, gotta go, Kanan. Meeting in the morning. Wish me luck. Good luck, Leslie. I'll talk to you later. I can't repeat revolutionary pioneer. Bye, everybody. It's a channel. This entertainment creature feature is a real channel. Yeah, I've seen that one. I'm talking about my video. It was just I got confused. It was just a video I made about creature features. But yeah, I've seen the channel creature feature. Yeah, that's a good point. The fog does have pirates. So I was just picturing more like out on the ocean, like legit pirate ships and pirates, like something like that. But you're 100% right. I don't know why I didn't think of the fog. It's just the thing with the fog is they're pirates, sort of. They're more of just ghosts, aren't they? They're just yeah. They're not pirates. They were just a bunch of people on a ship that had leprosy. So they're not pirates. They kind of look like because then one of them in like a hook or something. But yeah, they weren't pirates. Oh, I didn't know that. What do you mean by they just became a TV allowance? Like, are they going to start running shows or something? They play B movies and public access movies with a shit. I I've watched some of their stuff, but it's always so bad. Yeah, see Ghost. Um, but they're not really specifically pirates. That's all I'm saying. So I still don't think I know of any horror movies that are pirates. No, they were a crew or they were a ship full of people with leprosy that got ran into the ground and all like ran aground because they didn't want them living like the chaplain and the people of the town didn't want them living near them. So they had them run aground and die. But they were just people with leprosy. Oh, that's cool. That's really interesting. Yeah, lepers. Yep. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies. I've been wanting to rewatch it, uh, but we're going to get to it on movie night coming pretty soon because we're going through all of John Carpenter's movies. Well, continuing again next Monday, but unfortunately, I couldn't do it tonight. I might have been able to, but like I'm so tired and yeah. Nope, the captain and the chaplain stole the gold and accused them. What? No, that's not. No, I'm telling you, that's not what happened. When was the last time you watched The Fog? YouTube me. When was the last time you watched it? Because the chaplain was paid off to keep his mouth shut. That's how the gold got into play, I believe. But it all is just the one chaplain finds the letter or finds the journal from the old chaplain telling the story that they got paid off by the village people to kill him, and so they didn't light up the uh, lighthouse or whatnot, and so they ran aground and they all died. All the lepers died, and now they haunt as ghosts. What's up, Tobo? Let's not toss in the boobs. I don't know what that means. I like boobs though. The captain and the chaplain abducted the crew in the stormy weather with the gold. What? Okay, now I know you're just trying to mess with me. Okay, now I know 100% you're trolling me. Maybe the fog it was like that. I don't remember. I hated that movie so much. It was so bad. So I don't, to be honest, I think I've seen it twice, but I don't remember it at all. So it's very possible the remake had something like that. But I'm telling you, I've seen the original like I don't know 100 times. Like I used to that movie, Salem's Lot, and The Wolfman, and Creature in the Black Lagoon. Yeah, those four movies especially. I used to go to bed watching those movies every night for like years. Tell me about Talk to Me. I really wanted to go see it. I did a full review on the channel. I can't really tell you anything beyond that. Like I definitely get in trouble. Like it's even kind of a gray, sketchy area releasing my video this early, but they didn't make us sign an NDA, so and nobody made me take down the video, so I think we're good. But I mean, the movie still doesn't come out until Thursday. I've seen the fog more than those other three. Maybe there's a porn called The Fog. Are you talking about the porno version? Yeah, my that's why my review is up, and it's a spoiler-free review. But I can't really talk about it much beyond that, like what I say in that. You know, I don't want to spoil it for anybody either, to be honest. So, like, when you when you make a review and you can edit it, it's a lot easier to not spoil things because if you say something, you cut it out. When you're on a live stream and you start talking about a movie, next thing you know, you end up saying something that spoils it. And this is a movie I really don't want to spoil for people. It's so good. But it's also a movie that can't easily be spoiled, as strange as that is, because like I've heard a lot of people saying, I don't even want to watch the trailer, and I'm like, that's fine, but the trailer doesn't really give anything away because there's a couple really key scenes that it's like you have to see them. They're what makes the movie. Adrian, no, in that case, I'm talking about Swamp Thing. Man, I haven't seen Swamp Thing in a long time. Lon Chaney Jr., yep. Bela Lugosi, Peter Cushing, they're all just legends. I've seen so many of their movies, especially Lon Chaney Jr. and Bela Lugosi. I still want to watch all the Hammer films. There's a lot of Hammer films that I still haven't seen, but they're so damn hard to find streaming anywhere. Let's see. Have I seen Blumfest? Vessel? Yes, I've recommended it a couple times. I was actually thinking about recommending it again in my next list, or not this week's list, but next week's list for Prime, because it's been a while since I recommended it, but I love it. Hey, Artemis! Glad you made it. We've been chatting for an hour and a half. Hundreds of Hammer films. Yeah, I know, and there's so many that I haven't seen. Like, I've seen a lot, but there's so many I haven't seen, and they're just really hard to find streaming anywhere. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I just don't understand why Hammer hasn't made a deal with, like, Shudder or Netflix or one of these companies to like put them out, at least some of them. Like, I love the ones I've seen, but they're, and I do catch them every time I get a chance, but they're just a lot of them that I still never have seen. I I I am and I'm not into horror video games. I have played some and I want to be into them more, but I can't afford a new console yet. I have an Xbox One, but it's like kind of on its last legs. Uh, so I just can't afford to do gaming right now. But it's a goal of mine to start doing live streams with gaming on the channel, like within the next year. Like, that's one of my goals for next year, definitely. So a lot of it's to do with finances, but also just kind of planning it out and how I'm going to do it. Because I don't want to do it as a second channel. I do want to do it on here. Oh, thank you so much, YouTube me. Look at that. Coming in with $10. You're the man. Awesome. Thank you so much. Adrienne Barbeau is incredibly gorgeous. Like, seriously, one of the most beautiful women. I don't know if I've ever seen Hair Hope. Like, they kind of remade all the old Universal classics. So there's like a werewolf one, a vampire one, a Dracula one, but there's also like just a shitload of other ones. They even still make modern Hammer films. Like, I covered a couple on the channel. Dolly Motion. What is Dolly Motion? Or Daily Motion? Okay. Oh yeah, I never. Daily Motion. Oh man, it's so janky though. Like, plus the other thing is you got to know the names. Like, it's not like you could just scan through and be like, oh, there's one. So it's like, what are you gonna do? Sit there and list 100 different ones and find the ones they have? So what Peacock? Last I checked, they only had like they have some Hammer, but they're all like just the big titles that, like, everybody's seen. But I need to recheck. I have a prescription. I have a subscription to Peacock, so I need to check out what they have. I haven't dove into Peacock lately and seen all they have. Die Monster Die is great. Yeah, they're just some of the best classics. Like, you could arguably say they have the best collective versions of the big horror movies. The best. Like, if you combine them all together, you could say that theirs are better than the Universal. A lot of people think that. I kind of feel like they're just really different tonally, so I don't really want to compare them. Thank you, Tobo. That is a goal, and so far I've achieved all the goals I've set out for on this channel. So it's just like anything; you just got to be patient, and I just have to keep, one step at a time. Like, this trip was a huge goal for me, and because of you guys made it happen, and it's amazing. Just watched a few forgettable ones you can avoid. Cabin Girl for one. I'm watching your live on my Xbox One. Nice. So I'm on a TV. Hello. It always feels weird to be on a TV, like the thought of being on a TV. Like one time, I went to my friend's house and he had a big ass TV, like one of the big, like wall almost TVs, and were playing my videos, and it was just the fucking weirdest shit. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee were just beyond good. They're so iconic in the Hammer films. Like all the ones they were in are worth watching. Yeah, Little Shop of Horrors, definitely the 87 version is better. The first one's still fun though, but just nowhere near as good. Feed me, Seymour. I've heard it's actually a really good musical. That the Little Shop of Horrors musical is a really good one. I've never been to a Broadway musical, but I could see that being a fun one. I didn't mind the beginning of the new Bird Box. I haven't seen it yet, but the concept of it was a little odd. And I don't know that they did it as good as they could have. That's what I've heard. I've heard it was just mid. You know, it wasn't bad, but it was just all right. But I mean, that's kind of Netflix right now. Everything they do horror wise, not bad. I mean, some people think they shit all over it, but I personally don't think most of the stuff they do is bad. But it's not really anything special either. Yeah, it's crazy. His first movie was a Hammer film too, right? The Castle one. I forget the name of it. And that's his first film, and he was like super young in that as well. But I think that's a Hammer film. Two of the best there in the Hammer films, even when not portrayed monsters. Yep, it wasn't great. I don't know what you're referring to. What wasn't great? The new Bird Box. It's his first feature. Is it? I thought his first feature was why can't I remember the name of it? It's Castle something or other. I know that it's an early one for sure, but I thought that was his first. But yeah, now that I think about it, you're right. Well, the thing about Netflix is they acquire some really good ones, but it's just any of their originals just haven't been great. Honestly, in my opinion, the last time they did some really good originals was the Fear Street trilogy. You know, and people argue like, over them, but I personally really enjoyed them. I think Netflix is way better at series. Like their series killer. Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing are masters. They made their name from Hammer. Yeah, they did. Especially Peter Cushing. Like he didn't even do a whole lot of other movies besides. Yeah, I loved it. I really had a great time with Fear Street, especially the second and third parts. You know, like I had fun with the first one, especially because it was like more of my era that I grew up in, so that was fun. But the second and third one, I thought they really executed it really well. Oh man, I should have got coffee. I just realized there's a coffee press. Look at this. It's a nice coffee press. Got like a wood top. Looks like there's some coffee here, but I should have. Maybe I will tomorrow. But I'm looking forward to going to this little breakfast place down the street. I was looking in this big old basket on top of the fridge, and I was like, I wonder if there's a human head in there. Funny thing about two of them, Cushing is an actor, as in actor. Yeah. Well, Christopher Lee did like Broadway and shit, didn't he? So I'd kind of say both of them are. Yeah, very true. That's a big part of why their series have been good is Mike Flanagan. 100% agree. But I mean, they also have um, yeah. I guess if you take away the Flanagan stuff and you take away the Stranger Things stuff, but even their foreign series they've had are really good. Yeah, the soundtrack was really good. I agree. I didn't know that. Interesting. The model of the librarian in Top Secret. Huh. Uh, only people like us would think about human heads in baskets. Yeah, exactly. That's why I shared it. I knew you guys would identify with that. I have not seen that one. Marion was fun. I've seen it like numerous times sitting there, and I'm like, I should check that one out. But it's just one of the ones I like. I've got to make a new Netflix one pretty soon, so I think that'll probably be one that I put on my to watch list. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna scram. It's time for me to chill and eat some of my sweets that I bought. Let's see, I bought. Check these out. Since I'm on a vacation of sorts, I bought myself some cream pies, dude. I haven't had these in a long time, so I'm about to chow down on them and then pass out from a diabetic sugar. Don't worry, I won't kill myself. I know what I'm allowed to have. The Duffer Brothers, I'd like to see do something other than. Yeah, I'm really curious to see with the Duffer Brothers because this is the final season of Stranger Things coming up, and I'm really curious to see what those guys are going to do beyond. I'm really surprised they haven't kind of, and I just don't know about it probably, but I'm surprised they haven't kind of already started to venture out and do some different things. I just hope they stay with horror and they don't try to go, I don't know, all Hollywood, which I could see them doing, but who knows? It's not crazy late. It's like 9. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock, so it's not crazy late. But I have to pee, and I'm just super tired, so I'm just ready to like sit back. I want to watch Halloween 3 Season of the Witch since I'm like a few minutes away from the filming locations. Get some. I don't even know what Anzacs. What is that? If it's an Australian thing, how am I gonna get it? But I also got these. But I got to put them in the freezer because they're the best when they're frozen. There's no basement here. I'm safe. There's not even a door or anything that could lead to a basement. All right, guys. I will be live streaming tomorrow at some point as well. Hopefully, I'm going to live stream from location, like go to an actual location and live stream from there. That's the plan for tomorrow because I'm going to try to get at it earlier. So if you're around, look for me live streaming from some locations. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.